Hey everyone, and welcome back. Ready to do some more time traveling. This time we're setting our sights on 2030.
Ooh, 2030, that's not too far off.
It's closer than you think. And to help us peek into this not-so-distant future, we're diving into a YouTube video by Insane Curiosity. They lay out some pretty wild predictions.
Okay, I'm intrigued already.
Well, then strap yourself in because the first one's a doozy. Destination Mars.
Destination Mars, like a quick trip there and back.
Nope, we're talking full-on colonization.
Hold on, full-blown Martian cities.
That's what they're saying. Both NASA and SpaceX are in on the action. And SpaceX, led by Elon Musk, wants to have a craft ready in the next few years.
Elon Musk always thinking big.
Yeah.
But building a city on Mars, I mean, think about it. It's one thing to plop down a rover, but a self-sustaining city on a planet with barely an atmosphere and freezing temperatures. That's just mind-boggling.
Yeah, it's a whole other level. We're talking about creating life support systems, finding water, maybe even figuring out how to grow food in that Martian soil.
A monumental challenge, to say the least.
It makes you wonder what kind of people would sign up for that, huh? Talk about pioneers.
For real. But hey, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This video also dives into a potential green energy revolution right here on Earth by 2030.
Oh, yeah. Electric cars everywhere. Tesla's already out there paving the way, and governments are starting to incentivize the switch from fossil fuels.
Imagine cities that are quieter, cleaner. A world without gas stations.
It's a cool vision for sure.
It is cool, but it won't be easy. Think about the infrastructure. We need a massive network of charging stations, and we need electric cars to be affordable for everyone, not just the select few.
Yeah, those are some big hurdles to overcome.
They are. And speaking of big hurdles, the video also highlights some massive construction projects popping up around the world.
Oh, yeah, especially in Dubai and China, right?
Those are the big ones. Dubai wants to become this futuristic tourist paradise, while China is focused on building modern, efficient cities for its growing population.
It's fascinating how cities are evolving to meet the demands of the future.
Totally. Picture this. Skyscrapers that pierce the sky, connected by super-fast transportation systems, all powered by renewable energy sources.
It sounds incredible, but are we forgetting something?
You're right. We can't get so caught up in the technology that we forget about the people. These futuristic cities need to be inclusive and beneficial for everyone, not just the wealthy elite.
Exactly. It has to be progress for all, not just a select few.
Couldn't agree more. Oh, and get this, the rapper Akon is building an entire city powered by cryptocurrency in Senegal.
Wait, a cryptocurrency city? Now that's something I gotta see to believe.
Right. So many questions pop up. How will it function? Who will be able to live there? Is it only for the crypto rich?
It's definitely a bold experiment, that's for sure.
Totally. Makes you wonder if by 2030, cryptocurrency will be as common as using a debit card.
The video seems to think so. They point to the growing number of businesses and people who are already using it.
The potential is definitely there. Just imagine transactions that happen instantly across borders securely.
Sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah, but let's not forget the downsides. Crypto markets can be super volatile, and we need some serious regulations to protect people from losing their shirts.
True, true. So we've got Mars colonies, electric cars, zipping around futuristic cities, and maybe even paying for our coffee with Bitcoin. What's next?
Well, how about we talk about our health? This video predicts some major medical breakthroughs on the horizon.
Like what? Spill the beans.
Well, they talk about gene editing reaching a whole new level and potentially wiping out diseases like cancer.
No way. Is that even possible?
It's definitely within the realm of possibility.
Yeah.
But it's a bit of a double-edged sword. Gene editing has the power to revolutionize medicine, but it also brings up some serious ethical questions.
Like what? What kind of questions?
Well, think about it. We're talking about changing our DNA to eliminate diseases.
Oh.
Is that ethical? What are the long-term consequences?
You're right. That's a heavy one. It's a lot of power, and it needs to be handled with extreme care.
Absolutely. And that makes me realize 2030 could be a time of amazing advancements, but also some really tough decisions.
It definitely seems like progress comes with a price.
It always does. And the choices we make today will determine what that price is.
Well, we've barely scratched the surface of what 2030 might hold. There's still immersive entertainment, AI companions, and that big question of how we'll tackle those persistent social and environmental challenges.
Yeah, we got a lot more to unpack. So buckle up and get ready for part 2. Welcome back, everyone, to our deep dive into 2030. I hope you had a minute to digest all the wild predictions we've covered so far.
I don't know about you, but my brain's still buzzing about those Martian cities and cryptocurrency ruling the world.
It's a lot to take in, right? But we've only just dipped our toes in. Let's wade a little deeper into one prediction that really grabbed my attention. AI companions.
Ah, yes. Those digital sidekicks who are supposed to answer all our questions, manage our schedules, maybe even crack a few jokes. The video paints a pretty rosy picture of these AI helpers.
It's easy to get caught up in the fantasy of having this super intelligent assistant at our beck and call. But there's a flip side too. Remember we talked about potential downsides earlier. Privacy concerns, bias, the impact on jobs. Those are issues we can't just sweep under the rug.
You're right. Just imagine an AI with access to all your personal data, your browsing history, your financial records. That's a whole lot of trust we'd be putting in these machines.
Exactly. And think about the potential for bias. If these AI systems are trained on data that reflects existing prejudices, they could perpetuate those biases, leading to unfair or discriminatory outcomes.
No, that's a scary thought. It seems like we need to be really careful about how we develop and use these AI companions.
Absolutely. We got to make sure they're aligned with human values, designed with safeguards to prevent unintended consequences, and constantly monitored for any potential risks. It's not about being afraid of AI, it's about approaching it with caution and a strong ethical framework.
So it's a delicate balance, huh? Harnessing the potential of AI while being mindful of the pitfalls. But hey, let's not dwell on the negatives. What about the incredible ways AI could improve our lives?
Oh, the possibilities are endless. Imagine AI helping doctors diagnose diseases earlier and more accurately, personalizing treatment plans, accelerating drug discovery. Think about the potential for education tailored to each student's unique learning style and pace.
Wow, it sounds like AI could revolutionize practically every part of our lives.
Right.
Healthcare, education, transportation.
You got it. But we can't forget that technology is just a tool. It's up to us to decide how we use it to ensure it benefits everyone, not just a select few. And that brings us back to those ongoing challenges the video touched upon: injustice, inequality, environmental damage.
Yeah, those problems don't seem to be going away anytime soon, even with all this technological advancement.
Nope. Technology can be a powerful force for good, but it's not a magic bullet. Addressing these deep-rooted societal issues requires a fundamental shift in our thinking, a commitment to justice and sustainability, and a willingness to challenge the status quo.
So it's not just about building a better future, but about becoming better humans, right?
That's a beautiful way to put it. It's about recognizing our interconnectedness, our responsibility to each other and to the planet, and understanding that true progress isn't just about fancy new gadgets. It requires a transformation of our hearts and minds.
Wow, that's deep. It seems like this exploration of 2030 is about so much more than just cool tech. It's about facing those big questions about who we are, what kind of world we want to create, and what role we'll play in shaping that future.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And that's a perfect lead-in to the final part of our deep dive, where we'll tie everything together and offer some closing thoughts on what it all means for you, our amazing listener. So get comfy one last time, and let's bring this journey to a close.
And we're back. Welcome to the final part of our 2030 deep dive. We've explored so much already, from Mars colonies to AI companions to those mind-blowing cities of the future.
It's been quite the journey, hasn't it? But as we reach the end of our exploration, I think it's time to step back and look at the big picture.
Definitely. We started with that big question, what might 2030 look like? Now, having gone through all these predictions, what are your thoughts? What's your overall takeaway?
Well, if that insane curiosity video is even remotely accurate, 2030 could be a world totally reshaped by technology. We might be pushing further into space, witnessing the rise of truly intelligent machines, and living life in ways we can barely even imagine right now.
It's both exciting and kind of scary, isn't it? All this amazing potential, but also these big challenges that technology alone can't fix.
You hit the nail on the head. I think the main takeaway here is that the future isn't set in stone. It's a blank canvas just waiting for us to paint it. And the choices we make today as individuals and as a society will determine what that picture looks like.
So what does that mean for us right now? What can we do to help shape a better 2030?
Well, I think it starts with being informed and engaged. We need to educate ourselves about all these new technologies, understand the good and the bad that they can bring, and actively participate in the conversations that are shaping their development.
It's about being active participants, not just passive bystanders, right?
Exactly. We need to demand transparency and accountability from those in charge and make our voices heard on the issues that matter.
And maybe even be a little skeptical sometimes, right? Question the hype and think critically about what we're being told.
Absolutely. Critical thinking is key. The world of 2030 is going to be full of tough choices, ethical dilemmas, and we need to be ready to face them with wisdom and empathy.
So it's not just about embracing the shiny new tech, but about approaching it with thoughtfulness, with an awareness of the potential consequences.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Oh.
And ultimately, it's about recognizing that true progress isn't just about cool gadgets and gizmos. It's about becoming better humans, more compassionate, more connected to each other and to the planet.
I think that's a perfect note to end on. This deep dive has really opened my eyes to the amazing possibilities and the huge responsibility that comes with creating the future.
I'm glad to hear that. And as we wrap up this journey, I want to leave our listeners with one final thought. The future isn't something to be afraid of. It's not something to just predict. It's something we create. So go out there, embrace the unknown, and make your mark on the world.
Couldn't agree more. Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey to 2030. We'll see you next time for another deep dive into the world of knowledge and ideas. Until then, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep dreaming of a brighter tomorrow.